when I read the script, it was really weird, very funny, and nothing I wouldn't have expected from Nida. I think what she brings is her own tone through whatever her, own life experiences are and her own sort of references.
And I got to learn the stunts as well. That was such an insight into her physicality, into her passion. And there was just so much within that process that I got to discover something of her every single day.
Hey guys, I'm Jimmy O from Joblo. First of all, you guys are so good in this. Oh my goodness. I gotta say, as an actor, I feel like a project like this just doesn't come along a lot, where you get to do kind of everything. You've got the family stuff, you've got the action stuff. How did you guys kind of find yourselves, find these characters? Let's start with you, Priya.
Oh my gosh. I mean, Nida is such an incredible writer. So much of Ria existed within the script. I can kind of use that as my Bible, as my guide in terms of how I helped develop Ria and think more about her and kind of fill in all of the gaps. And being able to have that rehearsal time with Nida as well meant that I could really get an insight as to who she wrote and how she wanted Ria to be kind of performed. And I got to learn the stunts as well. That was such an insight into her physicality, into her passion. And there was just so much within that process that I got to discover something of her every single day. And it was the honestly the privilege of my life. Like, I love Ria so much. She's an awesome character.
Oh, you killed it too, by the way. Ritu, I love this character because you go through a lot, and you're it's such an interesting character. I know people like this. Can you talk about, like, how did you find this girl?
Yeah, I love Lena. I think that bless her, she's not in the best way at the beginning. She's stuck in a rut. She doesn't know where she's going. She doesn't know what to do with herself. And she's also got this pressure of wanting to support her younger sister and be a role model, and she's not doing a good job at it. But so she finds, an outlet by kind of falling for this guy, maybe a bit too quickly, and then this sort of journey of self-discovery and still kind of not knowing what she wants to do, but just kind of the edges off it a bit. Like, she just is kind of a bit more okay with that, and I think that's what I love about it. It's not just like a simple A to B. That's not what life is, and I think that's what I love so much about Lena's character.
Well, I think both of these characters are allowed to be off. They're allowed to be, wrong. And that's kind of unusual for action films. It's like, it's nice to see that. It's nice to see these strong, very well-written women. What is it about this director? She really brings something to the story. What was your take with her? What was the most impressive thing about what she brought to the film? I'll start with you, Ritu, because you're on screen.
Well, I'd worked with Nida a couple times before, and when I read and I absolutely loved working with her. When I read the script, it was really weird, very funny, and nothing I wouldn't have expected from Nida. I think what she brings is her own tone through whatever her, own life experiences are and her own sort of references. And I love that. It's eclectic and genre bending, and that just feels like her vibe, as well as just being an awesome person. She's so loving and nurturing, and it just felt very collaborative and easy for the whole experience.
Oh, nice. Well, Priya, what about you? What did you take from working with her?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I echo so much of what Ritu has already said about her. She's an incredible writer, and the way in which she conducts the cast, the crew, as the director as well, it's just so incredibly refreshing to see as well. She's a true collaborator. She gives everybody the space to pour their own into it, to add to her vision, but also to feel safe and it be such an open and fun environment to work in. Everybody came every day to set, just being grateful for being there. And you feel that only a certain number of people can create such an incredible environment, and to keep that up as well and maintain that the entire shoot. So we just felt so lucky to be able to work with her. I think when you're working with somebody really special, and I think that's the feeling that we all had when we worked with Nida. So I feel really grateful to have had such a cool experience with it all.
Well, with two leads like you can't lose. You guys were fantastic. So thank you for talking. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Let's decimate this mother! Y'all calling me crazy.
Did you see my kick? Of course I bloody did. It was magical. I'm pretty sure I drew blood. Oh, hey,